From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Daniels Roofing, licensed, bonded, insured roofing contractor. 45 years of generational expertise, offering a variety of roofing systems in the North State. Composition shingles, metal, tile, fire-safe wood shingles, and spray foam roofing systems. An energy-saving cool roof, perfect for commercial flat roofs and mobile homes. With other companies, you may get a foreman or a salesman. But with Daniels Roofing, you get Daniel. Call today for your free estimate. Daniels Roofing, 3 generations working hard to protect your home and business.
Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Mike Krueger, and of course I'm coming to you from my South Lake Tahoe remote studio here. Aiden is in state championships, and he had his first races yesterday, and I'm really proud of him. First of all, here's a picture of him after his first race. The funny thing is he did have a crash, but I got to tell you, I'm so proud of the performance he gave, because he got up so quickly and got going again. But the funny thing is, the first thing he said to me when he finished the race, he said, I am getting, and he was kind of a little upset, but he's like, I am getting a race board. And that just is a more aggressive snowboard. You can go faster, the works. So that's something I'm going to be working on here for next season. But he did 2 races. Unfortunately, he did crash both times. But again, he got up so quickly both times that I was just so proud of what he had done. I think out of 118 kids, he got somewhere around 84th. It was a tough. I mean, you're competing against all the snowboarders of California. So again, I'm very happy. This is his first state. He's a sophomore. He's got 2 more years to go, and I think he's going to do great. Hey, by the way, this was kind of fun. Shannon sent in this picture from her Tesla. Looks like a Model 3, could be a Model Y, but any way you look at it, as you may or may not know, you can get YouTube on your center screen there. So Shannon must have been passing time, maybe charging or whatnot, and watching Weather NorCal from the YouTube app on her Tesla. So thank you for sharing that photo. If you want to share your photos, just go to the Weather NorCal app and send in those photos, and we'll see if we can share those. What a fun, because I have a Tesla myself, much like that, and I've done it actually, just kind of check up on the 24-hour streaming channel. So how fun is that? Maybe even checking the latest forecast. I don't know, maybe it wasn't the 24-hour streaming channel. I can see it just kind of checking the latest forecast. So very cool. Thanks again, Shannon, for sharing that. That definitely gave me a big smile. All right, so let's get to your weather headlines. Off and on chances for showers here through Thursday. Friday through the weekend looks mild and dry, so we get a bit of a break. But next week, long range is still looking cold and wet with lower snow levels. Could drop down to about 2,000, 2,500 feet at times, so some colder air associated with all this. But before we get into all of that, for those of you that are in a hurry, I'm sorry if I kind of wasted some of your time with those photos, but I just had to share. We're going to go into your Krueger's Quickcast for your Wednesday, March 5th. First of all, you'll notice that the winter weather advisory now includes the mountains in eastern Shasta, Tehama, and even northeastern Butte County. It also includes Modoc County through 4 p.m. Thursday. But again, that's something we got to think about here, mostly later tonight and into tomorrow. But you can see here out the door, not very wet. There may be some showers in the eastern mountains developing at that point, and then developing through the afternoon as well. So there's the main plume of moisture. And of course, another disturbance coming in behind that's going to help to reinforce it. And yeah, we've got a chance for thunderstorms. And the Storm Prediction Center has actually expanded the overall coverage of the severe weather outlook, at least the chance for thunderstorms. Now, I don't anticipate any severe thunderstorms, but obviously something it is worth watching here as we go through the day today. So let's take a look at that. Here you can see it's dry this morning for most of us. By the morning hours, we start to see in the east, right? You're starting to see Lassen, Plumas, even eastern Modoc County seeing some activity, and a little bit of pop-ups here and there elsewhere, but for the most part, not nearly as active. Now, you see that little bit of a spin to the left of your screen there. That's that disturbance I was pointing out. That's also going to help to destabilize the atmosphere, but a lot of what we're going to see here is going to be those convective showers and thunderstorms. And you can see those are kind of pushing down to the south and east. So the valley, mountains north, and even mountains east could see some isolated thunderstorms. But it looks like Trinity County, Trinity County, Humboldt County, and even parts of Delaware County may stay dry through the day today. By tonight, you can see kind of a plume, or should I say some activity down towards Butte County and into Plumas County, some heavy snow there. That could create some problems here as far as chain requirements are concerned. If you're heading out to the ski park, no new snow in the last 24 hours, 89 inches out at that summit depth, and you got groomed and rider-packed conditions out there. Roads are clear this morning, but again, that may change here later on tonight and to tomorrow. The overall amount of snow we expect out at the ski park here with this storm system coming through, unfortunately, isn't going to be much, maybe a quarter to a half an inch of snow once all is said and done. Now, right now, as you can see, there are no chain requirements out there this morning, but that's something you're going to have to watch here as we go into tonight and tomorrow. In fact, take a look at the forecast road conditions. Again, it's fine today, but by tonight, tomorrow, especially in the eastern mountains, you are going to be running into some problems here with delays and chain requirements. Looks like I-5 at this point may be okay, but I'd check those road conditions early tomorrow morning if you are going to be traveling in the mountains. All right, so here's your forecast for today. Temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s in the valley. Could see some showers and thunderstorms, but they're going to hold off until the afternoon and evening. Otherwise, you've got kind of that rain-snow mix for many of the higher elevations here with temperatures in the 40s. And you know what? Not a lot of wet weather here for the coast or even Trinity County for that matter, with temperatures there in the low 50s. Now for tonight, we're going to be looking at more of those showers here. Temperatures in the low 40s in the valley. It looks like in the 20s. Getting cold for the higher elevations, and even in the on the coast here, looking at those temperatures in the upper 30s. So there's a look at your 7-day outlook. There's a chance for showers and even some thunderstorms for this afternoon. Still calling for a chance for showers on Thursday for the valley, but don't count on much. I don't think we're going to see much on Thursday. Dry across the board Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then more wet weather for Monday, Tuesday of next week. Now for the coast, inland, I've got you partly to mostly cloudy. Now, don't be surprised today or tomorrow you see a passing shower, a sprinkle, but overall you're dry. And then dry through Sunday with more wet weather Monday, Tuesday. And it looks like places like even Trinity County, mainly dry today, but maybe a better chance coming in here for tomorrow. For Siskiyou, Modoc, and the eastern mountains, off and on snow flurries today, tomorrow. Rain-snow mix, really. Snow levels maybe a tad lower tomorrow. Dry for Friday through Sunday, and then lower snow levels too. We'll get into that here in just a bit. But let's take a look at, again, the overall big picture. Big plume of moisture over Northern California. That's, by the way, we just watched Krueger's Quickcast, so now we're going to the deeper dive. All right, just kind of give you an idea where we are. So we've got the clouds that are over Northern California. Notice, too, a bit of a spin in the atmosphere. Look to the west or to the left of Bandon. Okay, look at that's a point of reference. See that bit of a spin? That's what's going to be impacting the weather later this afternoon, tapping into some of the moisture and giving us some scattered showers and thunderstorms, and, of course, the snow in the higher elevations. So the Storm Prediction Center, it kind of expanded the overall coverage of the chances for thunderstorms in the areas of green here. Don't anticipate anything severe, but it is something worth watching here this afternoon and evening. For tomorrow, shifting a little bit to the south. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I necessarily see that potential here, but we'll have to watch it over the next 48 hours. So let's take a look at Futurecast, walk you through the timing of it all. So here we are, taking you through the morning hours. Now notice, even at 8 o'clock, it's fairly dry. But after 8, between 8 and noon, look it to the east. Showers, possible even thunderstorms, actually. Modoc County, eastern mountains, and we're seeing snow probably starting off fairly high, around 5,000 feet or so. But then we go into the mid-afternoon hours. We're starting to see more of that afternoon convection for the valley, which means scattered showers, maybe some thunderstorms. And look it off to the west. Look at Del Norte, look at Humboldt County. You're still dry. You see that little band of moisture? That's actually associated with that area of low pressure I was pointing out, west of Bandon, that point of reference. That's going to be diving down to the south and east and may have minor impacts. See Del Norte County, maybe a shower or thunderstorm there, but Humboldt County mainly dry. Same thing for Trinity County. But look at the activity down towards Glenn and Butte counties. We've got some pretty strong thunderstorms that may develop there. Could hear some rumbles of thunder, maybe some hail, heavy downpours. Meanwhile, you've got that snow. It is lowering today. I'd say down to about 3,500 to 4,000 feet. So just be aware of that here later this evening and tonight. You could run into some road condition problems. However, you'll notice the activity is starting to kind of die down for most of us with that one area out towards Plumas County, even some showers still kind of lingering in parts of Butte County as well. Then that kind of scoots on out and we see this activity coming in from the north. Now we're on the back side of this area of low pressure. So the positioning of that low is going to determine who sees rain, who sees snow, and who doesn't, right? Take a look at 5 a.m. on Thursday. You've got some snow out towards Modoc County, Siskiyou County, even parts of Plumas County. But everyone else, for the most part, fairly dry. We take you through the morning hours. Now that pushes to the south. You'll see it kind of dies out. But really, anything we see in the valley, there may be, see how there's some thunderstorms possibly popping up in parts of Butte County southward. But almost everyone else is fairly dry. We're not seeing much activity for parts of, say, Trinity County, western Siskiyou, Del Norte, Humboldt. But, there may be a stray shower even for parts of, as you can see there, in southern Trinity County. So by Thursday evening, we're pretty much done with all of this. Because you can see by Thursday night into Friday morning, we're done. And we're going to be dry for Friday, through the day on Saturday and Sunday, and then more wet weather coming in for next week, really. The forecast rainfall totals, again, just kind of really illustrating the isolated nature of these storms. I think, if you get caught under a thunderstorm, you're going to see more than 1/10 of an inch of rain. If you don't get caught under a thunderstorm, you're not going to see much. Now, I do think Redding will see some rain, some showers possibly, maybe even a thunderstorm. So the forecast models are really not picking up on that potential for rain in many areas, as you can see here. But this is a different forecast model that we're looking at. And I think this is kind of good overall coverage here through tomorrow. So you see for the coast, that lighter shade of green and slightly darker, that's 100th to 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. I think that's a pretty good accurate representation. In fact, most of these colors here, you see about a 100th to 1/10 of an inch of rainfall in the valley. Could be more than that in areas that do get caught under those thunderstorms, as I mentioned. But look to the east, we've got heavier rainfall. We've got 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch, even 3/4 of an inch as you get down towards Plumas County, which is no surprise because that's where we're most likely going to see most of that activity here. All right, so that's just kind of a general idea of what to expect here for today and tomorrow, because that's really when we're seeing the bulk of any chances for rain. Now, snow, again, it's not going to be all that impressive. Most of it's going to be over southern Plumas County. Now, I think Mount Shasta, all right, we'll see if you get that much. You're borderline where that rain-snow mix, where that snow and rain-snow mix is. So we'll see. I mean, there could be some minor accumulation. Bernie, I think maybe hard-pressed. I don't think we're even going to see a mix for Hayfork or Weaverville. So, wash that out of there, less than an inch, because you won't see anything, really. It'll just be in the form of rain. Same thing for Etna, although Wairika, maybe some minor accumulations, as well as Alturas. But overall, as you can see, it's not going to be much. So again, we're just looking at the raw data and just kind of wanted to kind of give you my impressions on that. But there you can see, looking at Futurecast, we're dry for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So this is going to be a great weekend to really get out and get some outdoor chores done that you may need, because there you can see even Sunday night, we're still looking at dry conditions. But by Monday, that low pressure system comes in, and it's a colder storm, folks. So we're looking at lower snow levels, down to about 2,500 feet possibly. And then just more active weather. We've got one storm after another coming in, most likely through all of next week. As you can see through Wednesday, you got rain, you got snow in the mountains. And look off way to the west there on the left of your screen. That is kind of be coming in here toward the end of next week. So looking at the Climate Prediction Center, wetter than normal. This is certainly not a surprise, and we're getting more and more aggressive with that rainfall, and the forecast models are really coming into good alignment and consistency in showing us a fairly wet weather pattern for all of next week. Again, a parade of storms coming in. All right, taking a look at the lake levels, and almost at that 80% capacity at Shasta Lake, as we're still seeing it rise a little bit each day, as well as Lake Oroville. Trinity Lake saw a minor drop, but again, nothing all that significant. All right, cooler than normal conditions are what we're expecting, along with that chance for rain. That's why we're expecting those lower snow levels. As you take a look at the 10-day trend, at least for Redding, just to kind of give you an example of what it looks like, warmer for the weekend, then much cooler again. We're about 10 degrees below normal through a good portion of next week, so it's going to be quite chilly out there, as a matter of fact. Taking a look at your wave heights for today, they're not going to be too terrible. In fact, we're not going to see much of a difference even as we go into your Thursday. So looking at marine forecasts, you can see no advisories, winds from the northwest at about 5 to 10 knots. Okay, so let's take a look at your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures in the low to mid-50s for your daytime highs. There you can see your 7-day forecast for Weaverville. I've got you dry today. Again, maybe a passing shower. Thursday, maybe a chance, especially for southern Trinity County. Then for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're dry. Everyone's dry Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's next week. So just to kind of give you an idea, when you're looking at these 7-day forecasts, I'm not going to go into too much detail. It could take forever, right? But just know that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, dry. Monday, Tuesday, that's when we start that wet weather pattern for next week. 52 degrees for Orleans today, 54 degrees in Smith River, and 52 degrees in Willow Creek. Out towards Siskiyou County, we got 44 degrees in Weed, 49 in McLeod, and looks like Happy Camp a high today of about 52 degrees. Some snow, a bit of a snow mix depending on your elevation. Around 4,500 feet is that snow level, down to 4,000 feet by Thursday. And in the eastern mountains, again, a bit of that mix. 4,500 feet here for today, 4,000 feet by tomorrow, and then of course those drier conditions starting on Friday. Your Valley Neighborhood Forecast brought to you by Walgamith Painting. Temperatures mid to upper 50s there. Possible showers and thunderstorms later this afternoon. Again, it's going to take some time. It's going to be later in the day. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast for Chico. We're dry by Friday, Saturday, Sunday, as I mentioned. Daylight saving time, by the way, you're going to have to set those clocks forward 1 hour. Oh, don't we love that? And of course, more rain going into early next week. Let's take you up to the north, 55 degrees for Whiskeytown as well as Lakehead, 60 for Redding, and 59 degrees in Red Bluff. And taking a look at your 7-day outlook for Redding, again, those drier conditions and warmer too, low to mid 60s, looking pretty pleasant, and then much cooler by the time we get into next week with, of course, that rain. Thank you so much for watching. That is your morning update. I'll be back again this afternoon from South Lake Tahoe Studios at noon. Have a great morning.